It's So You Think You Can Dance, live show number 4, and just like you, we want more. Check us out right here.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What's up to our fan? Ooh, we got a little bit of a dance party happening in here. Welcome to our after show for number 4 of our live show. My friends, yes, making it rain in here.
We'll just share the same rain.
Why don't we just start with the amazing, energetic co-host we have over here? Drum roll.
Yay! Asaf, you want to start it? This might be fun.
Me? Oh, yeah, I'm the star today?
Yay! Asaf the star!
Here's my camera, this is my camera. Shalom, shalom. I'm Asaf. You can find me all day, every day, every day.
Every day.
Yes.
All social media, ASAFGOREN1. Ciao.
Doing magic tricks. My name is Tiege Dooley-Panko. You guys can find me at everything at TiegDP. So I'll see you there.
Love it. And I'm Becky Sattero. You can find me on all social media at Becky Sattero on that little ticker right there. There it is. You guys.
OMG. Also, I want to mention before we get started, we're in the live chat. So keep talking to us. I see some people are already there. We're so happy to have you there. Come talk and hang out.
Love it.
You better. All the cool people are there.
Yes, and we got all of your notes, everyone. We read them all. So we'll stay in order tonight. How does that sound? You know?
I'm down.
So we're gonna talk about episode 4 in order. And let's go ahead and start with the opening number choreographed by our very own Mark. I mean, can we just I don't know. We just have so much to say about just this opening number. It was crisp. It was clean. It was executed perfectly. It was bleeding Mark.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? His personality all the way.
I think you need a lot of this kind of piece. You need a lot of balls. A lot of you gotta be brave to do it.
Right.
On TV, which this piece, if you would do it a couple of years before, in some countries it will be prohibited. To dance this. Yeah, I think Madonna is going to be very, very proud, and that's probably what she envisioned when she created the Vogue music video.
Vogue. It's all Vogue
how
for a
about
minute.
Robert? I just wanted to. I just kept rewinding. I just wanted to watch Robert. Oh my gosh, that routine.
Yes.
That's so good. So good.
It was amazing. And the visuals, I mean, it was incredible from beginning to end. And you knew when you were watching that intro that you're like, oh, this show's going to be incredible. And it did not disappoint.
It was explosive. What a way to kick off the show.
100%. It's definitely, from my opinion, I know before we start talking about it, it's definitely was one of the best episodes of all So You Think You Can Dance ever in the ever.
I think you're right. Ooh. It was incredible. I mean, so many numbers. There are, the talent. There
was so much happening that night, and I agree. And I think that, what's funny about this episode too is that we just know the more and more, this continues to go on, people, we're going to be shocked. And I was shocked about who went home, but we'll get to that. Let's start it off with Koine and Marco. They did a jazz by Mandy Moore.
Yes.
And what an interesting, technique to go with no story. They had the freedom to do whatever their little hearts desired.
I mean, it was nice. It was brave not to go with any story or anything like that. I mean, no story, no worries. It was a great piece. If it was my favorite, no, it was good. It was great, but not really interesting. I mean, we, in this time of the season, we need stories. We need interesting stories. We need different stories. Something that is going to be weird or a little bit even controversial.
Do you think that maybe Mandy might have taken that approach because Koine and Marco have such a connection? I don't know. Maybe she just gave them the piece and wanted to see how they would mold it. I don't know.
Right.
It's possible, but I think Asaf, you're right. It's this time in the game. I need something to latch onto. I think I need something definite at this point.
Yeah, it felt a little flat. Like it wasn't memorable. By the end of the night, I felt like most of us were like,
by the end of the night,
I mean, it's good to take risk, but the others a different type of risk. I'm all about if you're about to approach a style of dance or any I don't know, kind of weird choreography, you got to take that risk that you may, it may not go well or as you planned. And I love it. I love risks. But Yeah, I know.
It just kind of left everybody wanting a little more. It'll be interesting to see what the live chat says.
100%.
You know,
it was a good dance after all, but is good is enough? No.
Right, and like Tiege just said, at this stage in the game, you know, we're moving into now the middle of the competition, and every routine needs to be like the rest of these that we are going to be talking about.
Look at for example, Travis or even Spencer Liff. Their choreography is really risky, really different, really
next level,
very next level. Exactly, with any kind of aspect, if it's with music, wardrobe, and even the concept. The concepts are really weird. I'll call them weird. So
yeah, concept is key.
So I'm gonna check in with the live chat. We kind of wanted to see what you guys thought of Koine and Marco's performance. Some people loved it, absolutely loved the whole thing. But then we also, Chelsea mentioned, I'd be worried for Koine next week if she was in the bottom this week.
Right.
And then Chelsea said, I love Koine, but I actually thought she could have danced it a little bit tighter and a little bit funkier.
Yeah.
So people still love her.
It's a lot by the hand of the choreographers after all.
Well, the judges said that they saw her personality, and I don't feel like I saw it as much.
Me too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just wanted a little more.
Right.
I saw Koine personality when she did the choreography with what was his name? The hip hop choreography when she had all the makeup on her.
Oh yes.
It was beautiful. You know, this was really amazing. This is where you can actually see her personality. But on this one, sorry.
Not as much.
Well, so I mean, let's talk about personality for days. So that was Taylor and Robert's hip hop. Talk about hairography, personality,
Hip hop.
Oh boy.
Hip hair.
She said she had a little bit of a headache from that wig. That wig was a little intense.
Yeah.
The
well,
wig?
I think only a few times did it get in the way. It got in the way for a second.
And her jacket. I was not a fan of the jacket.
And you know what? They did the same thing in the costuming department. Did the same thing to Kiki.
Oh.
Was it Kiki? Oh.
Wait,
was it
you
Kiki?
mean
He had the long jacket as well in hip hop.
Oh yeah,
And when he did hip hop.
Oh, when they did the money gun thing?
Right?
Yes.
Wasn't it the longer coat? I think it was
Yes.
Kiki. And I wonder if there's like a strategy to that. I wonder if they put them in the long coats for hip hop because in case they're a little bit worried about their isolations, maybe they're not looking.
Hides it.
Maybe. I don't know. I was
my
just
thought.
wondering that, and because you don't see a lot. I know he took it off at the end, and that was so fun and cute. But I just thought this was. I love that song. Such an awesome energy.
Oh, the song.
I love the performance.
Yeah, it was a nice performance. For me, it was really, really entertaining to watch a professional contemporary dancers dance like a real hardcore New York City hip hop choreography.
Oh, absolutely.
Hip-hop, but it was rough. It was good to see Taylor getting getting loose, very sexy.
I called them Tanya and Bob.
Tanya and Bob.
Because it was just a little ghetto,
They were really
and
ghetto.
it was a good kind of ghetto.
It was ghetto, but for me it was entertaining. Why it was entertaining? Why it was entertaining?
I felt
it was awesome.
I felt distracted by the hair and the jacket, but I definitely agree. I see its purpose. I just felt like it lost a little bit of the choreography, but that could have been a smart move too.
It was a good choreography. It was a little funny. Again, funny from the way you can see the moves are not really hard. They didn't hit hard, but because they're contemporary dancers and they're not that loose,
But I think they did well.
They did
Robert's
well,
grill, LOL.
I know.
So I just love the commitment when they get
was
faced with
amazing.
these,
Yes.
Robert and Taylor and even Kiki and Jenna when they got faced with hip hop. I mean, their commitment to this is
The
like
commitment is
nobody
there.
is.
I agree. And like we said,
holding
a lot
back.
of it is personality. We can get lost in the personality and kind of forget about the little things when they're delivering. And it's funny because they, in their interview, which you guys can catch online on all of our red carpet stuff, they were just talking about how it was a Luther B boot camp. They just had to bring it from day one, and neither one of them were so taken out of their comfort zone. But
Definitely.
we all loved it.
Yeah,
A
I thought it
trip
looked
to
great.
New York City by Luther Brown. What up?
He does not go light on them. That is for sure.
Which is nice. He went Harlem. on
Right,
them.
right. Now, it's funny. We're going to talk about Lex and Gaby, their contemporary, which was stunning.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Insane.
What did you think about it?
Well, I love when a dance has gone viral, quote unquote, or, when you see it all over your friends' Facebook pages, all over everybody's social feed. I love when dance can impact and reach people that don't even watch the show religiously. I think that is so cool, and this was definitely a number that is being shared and liked and watched along with others in the episode, but this one was like, people really loved it.
Right, and we were all waiting for Lex to finally get in his genre, and Mandy Moore just found every way to just, like they said, Technique Nation. Like, she's the queen of technique as well, but she, I feel, just knows how to read what Lex is capable of. So
it was a beautiful one. It was a great one, and I think, this piece is definitely what I could ever ask from So You Think You Can Dance. Like, it was perfection.
Perfection.
She's from I don't know, I want to scream in the microphone like Miss Merrifield is doing, but I won't do it. But it was really, really good.
Thanks you for that.
Appreciate the producers.
Even though we have earmuffs on.
So basically, I think that this piece would never be like as perfect as it is right now without a partner like Gaby.
Right. And
amazing.
I think that's a good point. I think I appreciate, and I've always appreciated Gaby. Gaby is incredible, but I think even watching this routine made me even more so appreciate Gaby and the talent she has, and
I forget she's a tapper.
She's a tapper.
She's a tapper,
killing it.
Yeah.
She's not a contemporary dancer.
Everybody in the live chat loves Lex. We love Lex too.
Yeah, he's so Lex. Now for me it's like Lex. So because we have like a few contemporary dancers right now, it's like Lex and Logan, who's better. But I mean, I think Logan had more opportunities to.
I think, and we'll get to that. I mean, he and Allison's dance were kind of the last ones of the all-star pairing. But I think that Lex was the front runner, and in a weird way that's almost shifting a little bit, where Logan's starting to become a little more appreciated. Not appreciated, but he's more on people's radar. I felt like he kind of flew under the radar a little bit.
For me, it was like different. Like I saw like Logan, because maybe I could just recognize Logan's like potential.
Well, remember he wasn't connecting though for like the first couple episodes. People were just having a really hard time with connecting with him, and I think he's just exploding right now. I mean, if you look at a lot of the social media feeds, people are like, Logan's gonna win. Logan's gonna win. And for a long time it was Lex, which is interesting. Like, what about the women?
I mean,
Taylor could be there too.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Taylor.
It's a family show. I must say yes.
Right. Well, and so let's cha-cha into Kaylee and Cyrus's cha-cha. We talked about that a little bit before the show. So tough dance, right?
Definitely.
I mean, everybody dreads ballroom. Poor ballroom, right?
Yeah.
It's ballroom, yeah.
It's not easy though. That stuff's tough.
But I mean, we got to give them a little respect.
Right.
No pun intended. But they really did deliver it. I mean, I felt like it was beautiful.
They definitely deserve R-E-S-P-C-T. Yo, they killed it. I mean, there was a lot of things on this piece that I loved. If it's from the I like to see. It was nice to see Cyrus actually. A hip hop dancer dance cha-cha. It was really nice. He was he did.
He was a good partner for her. They really complement each other in this dance.
I know, and now it feels like even more so they're used to working with each other. Now they get it. If you think back to week one of live shows, you're like, oh my gosh, I was nervous watching them.
The first one was really
bad. that was tough because I was like, I know they're both incredible. I just want them to get it. And to like. Yes. But now I feel like this week and last week and even the week before that, I mean, ever since the first week, I think that they have really gotten a connection that they didn't have right away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
So definitely there was a lot of things that like helped this piece to be really perfect. If it's from the wardrobe, of course, Sorry, but those tight pants really were looking great on Kaylee. And and you cannot hide it. Like we have to talk about it because it was it looks great.
So you were a fan of that wardrobe.
I'm a fan of the wardrobe. Much shout out to the wardrobe department of So You Think You Can Dance. And more, of course, it's two weeks in a row to be on high heels.
Sure. And let's give Val a lot of credit for that routine. Again, he knows exactly how to choreograph something for specific, contestants. And again, he brought out Kaylee's uniqueness. Yeah. Cyrus, he was a great partner for her. I just felt like it was executed from beginning to end exactly the way Val would have wanted it.
It was beautiful. Yeah, it was great. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I think Kaylee pooh, Chacha brought the best out of her.
It looked like it was her Everest in the little spot, the package before. She was just like, oh, ballroom,
She was like showing a lot of confidence. She was dancing from her heart. Yeah.
Confidence was huge for her, absolutely.
Hey, Kaylee, I love Kaylee.
Yes, well, I'm grinning because Mark and Comfort were incredible. I am such a fan, again, of Broadway, and this routine was just next level. They can't do anything. And Spencer, let's talk about Spencer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the king of Broadway. Definitely the right person to choreograph this piece. Savage with the leadership. Always surprising. Always, beyond acceptable.
Right.
Oh, definitely, he blows everyone's expectations out of the water. Yeah. Yes. And again, how can you not, have fun with that routine when you look at Comfort and Mark, who are just, everyone is incredible, but their personalities are just next level over everyone.
Right.
So how fun, and they take every single theme and just
blow it up.
Yeah.
Blow it up, and they just deliver. There's nothing that personality-wise they can't do. So Spencer must have just had so much fun.
Definitely, and also I really enjoy watching Mark, because you can actually see his growth, during the show. Each and every episode, he's killing it, and he's a living proof that you can succeed in anything you want in life as long as you set your mind into it. And it's just beautiful to me, and it's really inspiring as well. Definitely.
Oh my gosh, so well said.
Asaf's words of wisdom.
I know,
Well, and what's interesting is that this was
But I do agree.
And this was the first week where I looked at Mark and I was like, he reminds me of Comfort, meaning Comfort was so strong in her genre in season 4. Is that how they did it, season 4? But she just, again, like fik-shun, just exploded and really grew throughout the entire season. And that's how I feel about Mark. Like, he's just in each role we see a different side of him, which fans love. So
Definitely. And he keeps killing it. Even in contemporary and
definitely. In this point of the competition is I'm just thinking about if one of them will go home, who will we feel that he's missing? For example, if Mark is going, you leave the competition next episode, you will feel that Mark is gone. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yes. Yeah, he does bring a lot to the energy and the positivity, and I think that they all are capable of it. But I think right now he's kind of the leaader of the batch, as far as as bringing everybody together, fun. Yes. I'm sure there's, I'm sure they're all kind of silent leaders in their own way, but I think he's definitely one of the
and it's a lot when
leader of the pack.
It's a lot when you're you're about to find you're about to choose America's favorite dancer, not the best dancer. So Logan may be the best dancer or the best of his own genre, but Mark is definitely
he's relatable. Yes, I mean you can see even just their interaction together is just palpable. It's just so fun to watch, and I think it's translating quite a bit. So it'll be interesting to see what everybody else thinks.
Yeah. Well, I'll check in with the live chat conveniently. Chelsea said Mark has been very fortunate with choreography. They all showcase him very well, but he's also been rising to the occasion. I think that I don't know. Everybody's gotten pretty good choreography this season. I don't know if anybody's been given a bad
I would not blame choreography at all.
Yeah, no. But
maybe
I think
the cha-cha last time. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I just think ballroom is challenging. Unless you're Kiki, ballroom is and Jenna. Ballroom's going to be challenging on every level. But again, that's what the show is all about: is who can rise to the challenge and rise to the occasion. And as we're talking about Mark, I think he just delivers every single week, and he's versatile. He can do everything.
Right, of course.
And speaking of Kiki and Jenna, a beautiful jazz by Travis Wall. Now Asaf,
can we do this?
Yes.
Pop HD.
Pop HD. Pop HD. Pop HD.
That's good.
The best song.
So good. Yeah.
What a unique and complex concept.
I was crying, almost crying when I watched it.
You were squirming the entire time he's watching it. He's like, oh. But that's such a beautiful thing because you appreciate every tiny little detail about dance and music and choreography. And I think part of it is that you've been through this, so you know what these dancers are going through. But it was such a treat. I actually feel like I watched you more because you were sitting in front of me, and I was watching your reactions more to it until I watched it on playback.
I think I really felt it. It was so different. Oh, thank you, Travis Wall. Thank God for Travis Wall. But
it was awesome.
It's definitely my favorite piece of the night, the favorite routine of the night, when, I know, Travis Wall is a living proof that in this life there is no boundaries, especially in dance, and this piece is the proof to it. And from the wardrobe, from the makeup, from the, even from those clowny movements, that it wasn't that hard, but you have to put your heart to it.
Right. It was so professional to
Professional.
me. It looks like it was out of a show. It's stripped out of a Broadway show. I mean, just the whole thing, the whole aesthetic and the makeup and everything. I mean, it was something that you haven't seen. I don't feel like we've seen.
That's what I'm saying. Have you ever watched something
but just
like
is
that?
a testament to Travis Wall.
I was just gonna say
He's
that.
an absolute genius.
Yes. No matter what he choreographs, we always end the sentence with "it's something we've never seen" because he's
Travis
that
Wall.
good.
Yeah.
He's that good. And again, I know they touched on the Emmys and all of that, and who knows, maybe this could be one of those, Emmy-nominated dances. But
Definitely.
regardless, I mean, even just listen to the music. These aren't traditional counts. Can you imagine what rehearsals must have been like? Because he just infuses and brings out the personality of everybody he choreographs. I love him.
Definitely. When there's no counts, it's time to dig deep into like the choreography
Right.
into this piece.
Yeah,
the
his
reasons,
musicality
Yes.
is crazy. When she did the penché,
Oh my God.
like, I think that was silent.
I
Insane.
also want to say that, like, to admit that Kiki wasn't my favorite dancer on this season, and still is not my favorite, okay? And I'm not just like,
No, sure.
it's not about throwing shade or anything, but after this piece, I would say, and this is a statement, that Kiki is one of the best dancers ever to be on So You Think You Can Dance, and even Nigel said it, and I have to agree with that.
No, he's growing on me too. I mean, I would
Yeah.
definitely agree that I always tend to just fall for the contemporary dancers. I just do. I don't know why, but I do. And ballroom just kind of, just is on the backside of my brain. But he has really brought it, and this routine shows what he's capable of. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, again, getting choreography from Travis Wall is also not easy. So if you can pull it off.
Right. Well, I am so impressed with Kiki. I mean, 2 weeks ago I was in hip hop class for the first time. Last week I was in ballet class for the first time. This week jazz and Travis Wall working with someone who's so renowned, and he actually kills it every time.
Kiki,
Which
yeah.
I mean, you don't think that's gonna happen because you're like, that's actually impossible.
Right.
And then he does it.
He
And you're
pulled it
like,
out.
Yeah.
You're right.
I have so much respect for Kiki.
It's a lot to do with this choreography specifically, but definitely brought the best out of him.
So
Yeah, well, and
much.
that's-
You're totally right.
That is just Travis in a nutshell. I feel like no matter what dancer he gets, it is a perfectly polished piece. It's
Right.
just great team collaboration.
I wanted this, one of the reasons that I really wanted to interview like Travis. I know you asked him. It was you that you asked him last time where he's coming, like he got his inspiration from.
Yes,
right?
I sure did.
But I want to ask, what are the reasons that he's choosing this type of music, or the reasons that he's choosing this type of like how do you call it, type of concept?
I wonder if it's a challenge for him too.
Maybe.
Maybe he sees something abstract. I mean, he talks about his environment and things that he's
Right.
seeing, and it kind of like that being some sort of inspiration. So I don't know. Maybe it's a challenge for him too.
I
Because
was
I mean,
thinking
stuff
maybe
that
a
he
lot
comes
about
up
it.
with.
That's what I was curious
he
about. How
hasn't
does he
done. It's not like stuff
Yes.
he's super like, oh, I've done this a billion times.
Right. That's why
you know?
like that question was important to me, because I was like, where do you get his range?
Yeah.
Is
Right.
I mean,
He's
we're
brave.
talking about a jazz routine right now, and his forte is contemporary choreographer.
Right.
So I mean,
know.
it just shows that he's just unstoppable.
I
And
think he's brave and he's free. He's free.
Right.
He's formless. He's like Charles Mingus in not Charles Mingus, sorry, Miles Davis on Bitches Brew, the best controversial, crazy jazz album ever.
Right.
And more than that, I was thinking that it's coming from trying to be different. I think it's very important for him to be different.
And some people are just, I mean, he's just gifted. It's just one of those
Right.
things that we could probably speculate all night
Right.
long about where he gets his ideas and how they
Yeah.
come to him. But like he said, it could be a dream. He could be driving. It could be
Right.
anything. He could be in rehearsal and something could
Right.
just spark him. It's just,
Yeah. We can talk for
it's
hours
mind-blowing.
about Travis,
Yeah,
right?
awesome.
But when my friend Polyrock is my best friend, he saw Travis Wall. He said, like, by the way he's looking, he said, you have to look like him. He's so aesthetic. He's so on point. And how we say in Hebrew, when you see Travis Wall, you say, Wala ala kadur.
All right. Wala la
What's that
kadu.
mean?
Wala la kakado. It's like,
Wala la-
that's it. You missed the ball. You missed the
Oh, it's over.
like it's over.
He
Game
wins.
over.
Yeah,
Game
got
over.
it.
Yalla, kaput.
Yalla, go.
Bye.
There's a mic drop moment for Travis Wall.
Amazing.
But I mean, so we don't veer off too much. Yeah, Kiki and Jenna, we just can't speak enough about them. They're just
Definitely.
so
Yeah,
amazing.
and like awesome personalities. And
Yes.
I just, what'd you guys think of the kiss?
Oh, thank you for mentioning
I
it.
looked
Yeah.
and I watched again. I thought she kissed like under his nose if you look closely because I thought it was like a real kiss.
They
I was
really
like,
do
oh.
that? No,
It
it
looked
was
like-
real
They
kiss.
kind of did.
Why would someone kiss under the nose?
Because it just, well, I mean, to like avoid the actual like kissing. I don't know. I watched it back and I was like, oh, did they really? But yeah, we're gonna say that they kissed.
Maybe
Out of
someone
romance.
from the live chat can.
Well, and I
like,
love
the
that they
close-up
did that
one.
the week after Nigel, made the comment about Val. So I thought it was funny. I think it's
Val.
kind of a funny little joke that it's
Yeah.
going on now.
Right.
I don't think there's anything crazy.
Of course not.
But
Of
I
course
think
not.
it's a cute little joke that now I think was probably fun for them to say, look at this.
Right,
LOL.
right.
Gonna make you guys talk again. But
Right.
I thought it was cute.
Oh, la, la, la.
Well, we've got a couple more we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Dassy and
Fik-shun.
Fik-shun.
Yes.
Fik-shun.
Oh. I feel sad about talking about this, but
Me
we're
too.
going to bring them lots of life because
we
Jackie
skip?
Royal really.
Yeah, I don't really.
Can we skip on this?
Gonna. Yeah. I guess we have to talk about
I'm
it.
devastated.
I know it's sad. It's really
Yeah.
sad.
It was beautiful. I mean, we
I
need to
thought
give
it was
it
beautiful. Not their best performance.
No.
Definitely not
No.
their best. Definitely not.
And we'll talk about this later on, but Dassy just bottom two weeks in a row.
weeks in a row,
I think that's
yeah.
going to be a theme. Is that if you're in the bottom two a couple weeks in a row, it's going to be.
And you wrote it on your press release, and I was reading it, and you did such a great press release. I know it's off topic, but you did such a great press release.
Thanks, Asaf.
Wow, I was
Yeah, totally.
I would say it was entertaining to watch too. Hip hop
Yeah.
dancers dance dance contemporary, and I would just say about the elbow slides, like those things. Like,
Yeah.
wow, you need a lot of like strength
That
to
was
hold
impressive.
yourself.
They showed a lot of breath, a lot of restraint and strength. I really loved it, but I think we saw a little bit of the gap. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it,
Of course,
like we
of
talked
course.
about, it was not their best performance.
No.
But
Just kind
poor
of one of those
Fiction. All I
unlucky,
see is his
like-
face and how disappointed he was.
I just want to say that like they danced it was contemporary.
They
It
were
was contemporary and but I just would like to say this thing that is, for my opinion and the way I look at it, it's easier to a contemporary dancer to dance hip hop than to a hip hop dancer to dance
Contemporary.
contemporary.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And
I'm
you
right,
know
right?
what? Oh,
Yeah.
of course. And
Yeah.
the reason being, contemporary is rooted in ballet and your feet are so important and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like a contemporary can get harder.
Right.
To an
Yes.
extent. But if you're taking a hip hop dancer and trying to make them point their feet and straighten
Oh
their
my
legs
God.
and do
Sure,
extensions and be
sure.
flexible, that's tough.
That's really
that's
tough.
Because
tough.
and I feel like in
So-
hip
It seems fun, but very tough.
right in hip hop, I
Oh.
feel like you might be able to like swagger through a little bit of the technique,
Right.
whereas
Exactly.
contemporary and
Right.
jazz, there's
Taylor
there's
and
technique.
Robert.
Right.
You can hide a lot
they
of
did
things
it.
like
Of course, yeah.
Well,
They
and I'm
killed it.
I'm not referring to them. I'm just saying in general.
general.
Hip hop, I feel you can, like I said, cover it a little bit with the swag.
Exactly.
But we're so much more. Our eyes are so much more attuned to jazz and contemporary.
For example, Kiki and Jenna with the money
Right.
thing. And
Yes. Oh.
But I mean, can we talk about the
funny.
concept?
Had a
I loved that she was in red. I really loved Jackie's whole theme. Again,
Yeah.
Fiction getting taunted in his dreams, like
Yeah.
the end where he's laying down. I mean, it was really beautifully
yes.
constructed. I don't think it showcased them at their very
No.
best.
So
sadly.
actually, in this point, we have only one hip hop dancer, like a street dancer,
Mm-hmm.
on the top 7 right now. We have only Mark.
yeah,
Am I
Yeah.
right?
yeah, no, you were right.
But this is really
it's a contemporary world right now.
Yes, it,
tell you
In
it
the
is.
ballroom. Kiki, hey, what up?
Yeah, but also again,
Sticking
it's
in.
from the stage world, and I feel kind of sad that
Yeah.
I think Desi made a history on So You Think You Can Dance by being a popper. There was a female popper on the show before. Maybe not that I remember. Maybe the people from the
I
on
mean,
the live
Comfort's
chat.
the first one that comes to mind that would be close to that, but
Close.
yeah.
But she's like literally just a popper. She's
No,
just a
of course.
professional.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I was worried for Koine. Like I just was.
Oh.
To me, like Dassy is such a piece of this group.
Yes.
I did not see her going home, and Kaylee, I think, just really is starting to shine. So again, I was floored that she was in the bottom
Right.
three, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Let's talk about Allison and Logan. And then we'll share something about new directions for all of our fans.
We love new directions.
But let's talk about Team Loison. Hell.
What about Elegant?
That's another one that went viral this week. Oh, I could watch that a billion times. You know what part I watched a million times? I'm sure everyone else did. Can you teach us how to do that?
What is it?
The thing where you go to your arms. It's an illusion, right? Kind of.
I don't know. It's kind of like a 3D.
And then your legs go up.
3D.
It's like a worm where you like catch yourself. Yeah, it's kind of like a.
It's like they do it a lot in house dance, like the worm thing. You can do that.
Well, no, she like jumped.
Jump. You know what I'm talking about? When they do it facing each other.
Yes.
And they do it,
and then
then
to
they go down.
Like chest, and then like
It was like a body roll worm.
Body roll.
In
But
the air.
first it was like a flying squirrel,
Right.
and then it was. That's what they call it, flying squirrel.
What about
anyways,
what
I need
we'll
to
talk
teach
about
me.
What about the running snail?
Oh, I don't know the running.
Me
All of it, all of it. You guys,
But it was
this
incredible.
lyrical hip hop, this lyrical hip hop is what it's all about. Like I think, to me, this is Allison's like one of her shining elements in terms of choreography. I love watching her do lyrical hip hop, and she just brought out more amazing in Logan. And I mean, once we got past the fact that they see each other as sort of a brother and sister, and they had to learn how to be romantic. I mean, they pulled it off. I mean, typical them.
They are so cute.
They're really cute together. They're fun. It was great to watch them dance hip hop. A lot to do with the choreographer Chris Scott Savage with the leadership. People follow him.
I wish we would have been able to
amazing.
interview him. I had a couple questions for him.
Oh, he was standing there for like an hour just waiting to be interviewed. Like he told me. But anyway, listen. The thing is, Logan, he's not just a contemporary or a dancer, like a beast in general. It seems like he's a professional b-boy.
Yeah, that kid is so talented.
He can do anything.
The mover, he's like in a handstand, and then she like puts him vertical. I mean, just
next
I
level.
loved
Definitely
it.
next level. A contemporary dancer that is capable to do these kind of moves.
right. Well, and
Cute.
he was loose and playful, and they played off of each other. It was just, again, it reminded me of Sexy Love with Ivan and Allison, one of my favorite of all So You Think You Can Dance routines. But anyways, I just loved how they played off of each other, and I mean, Chris brought out their just moments.
The best.
Oh, it was so cute. And I feel like it's one of those routines that will be remembered and replayed. And
100%.
I feel like we had a few of those historical.
How old
kind
is
of
Logan?
pieces.
How old is Logan, by the way? How old is he?
18?
Great question. Yeah, I want to say like 18 or
He's
19.
18.
He's 18.
Of course,
yeah,
this is why
it's
he's like
unreal.
He's
That
like
kid.
really like he doesn't he has no fear. He has
No fear.
He's willing to try and do anything.
And I think that's who you see in the
respect
top right
that.
now. I've heard that exact quote from almost all of
really?
them. I've heard that from Kaylee.
That
She's got
he has no fear.
No. Well, not specifically about Logan, but I think the people that are left are the ones that are like, I'm not scared of anything. Give it to me.
And
Give it to
Mark
me.
has said that.
Yep.
Kaylee has said that.
Yeah.
Kiki, Taylor, these people that
Right.
are left, and of course Dassy and all of them also were
Okay.
were
Yeah, but you have to
fearless.
be at that level, and the choreographers have talked about the fact that they're looking for people who will try anything. And
Right. Of course.
But let's
I
talk
love it.
real. Like let's be real right now. From this list right now, who's really like fearless? And we can point on it at least like
I
two
think
people,
a lot
three
of them.
people.
Taylor, I mean,
This
think
is
about her first routine.
Mark,
Right.
Mark, fearless. Kylie, fearless. The rest of the people,
Right.
maybe just Logan.
I mean, it's
Mark,
it's hard to like. I mean, I hate to name drop because I don't. I mean, I think
Yeah.
all of them at this level are just. I mean,
Yeah, everyone's
breathtaking.
amazing,
Right.
Of course they are. But I mean, those people will always stand out.
right, and we'll see in the top four will be
Right.
the top four fearless. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it just will be.
The top four fearless. Someone hashtag this
fearless.
one.
So and yeah, we on top of love.
Yeah, don't think people are going to
on top of love. We love talking about love, don't we?
top of
Isa?
love.
Yes, I love experts.
So
right here.
I'm sure everybody knows by now, but Sydney and Logan have confirmed their relationship. Woo! So it is truly a season of love. When I interviewed them, I was just like, what is happening?
So-
all the kissing and the
So
relationships.
this is official. They're confirmed as a perfect match. Maybe
are.
next season on Are You the One?
And he said that she was, right? I love it. Someone's getting married at the end of the
Except it's
season.
just
Right?
cross-promoting.
And he is Not well done. No, but I mean, I love that he just looks at her with just so much respect, and she's so special to him, and
it's cute young love, like 18 and 19, just adorable.
They don't even know what they're getting into.
Yeah, and
wait till you have to pay taxes.
She got him a little gift. Did you guys see on Snapchat?
The earbuds.
Yeah, and then also I want to ask them next week, which they're probably going to kill me, but they keep giving each other gifts. Did you see that Taylor and Lex were like exchanging gifts? I'm like, is there like a 6 month or something we're celebrating?
Right.
I want to know.
Or maybe they're just like
cute.
keeping each other, I don't know. Maybe it's like a weekly gift. Like every time I don't know.
Adorable. And like letters and stuff. I'm
Listen,
like,
I'm looking. Yeah, I want to find someone that will love me, like the way that that Lex is dancing with Taylor.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know. Well,
we'll get to that in a
We'll
minute.
talk about that too.
Yes.
Let's dive into our new directions at AfterBuzz. If anybody missed it last week, just to kind of give everybody a heads up, we are not here at AfterBuzz changing any formats, anything like that, but we are going to be kind of evolving the way our shows are going to be streamed for you guys. So keep an eye out. We love your support. We appreciate your support, and we want all of your feedback. But yeah, it's just we want to continue being the ESPN of all things TV. So we are integrating some amazing new things. So keep your eyes open for that.
I think that's really really important. Like, the world is developing. We're developing with the world. Actually, we are bringing new ideas to the world.
Right.
I think we're not just being part of the world. We're taking over.
Well, and it'll be year-round coverage, so I think that's like a huge difference.
Yes.
And it'll be divided into 9 sections by genre.
Right.
And I think it'll be really, really cool. It's not going to happen overnight, though, so nothing crazy. Just to let y'all know.
Which means more new things, more direction, right? Like maybe more YouTube stuff, social media.
Yes, and I think it's going to be more viewer-friendly, and that's kind of the goal, too, is to just make things a little easier to find and to view. And
you can keep up with your shows all year round. So, any So You Think You Can Dance news, we'll have it. Even if we're not in season, I think that's the cool part. You'll be up to date.
I would love to know what you guys just
were
just talking about, like the Snapchat things.
Exploding.
I didn't know anything about the
What's
Snapchat stories and about the
you have to follow them on Instagram.
But why would I follow Instagram when I can just click on AfterBuzz TV to know about the dance news, everybody?
Yes. Well, actually, that brings up a really good point. If you're not following the contestants, follow the contestants, because you get so much
it's so fun.
juicy info. I mean, look at the world we're in right now. Like, I feel like when I first started watching So You Think, I would not have ever known what these people were doing behind the scenes.
But that's
you know?
fun. I think
so
it's interactive. I think it's nice of the contestants to let us in.
We just need a new after show about like the behind the scenes.
Scenes.
Yeah, right. There
well,
you
that's
go.
what our interviews are for.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, you can learn
We're
behind
gonna
the
get
scenes.
to do anyway next or something.
Love it. Well, okay, so we had the treat of watching contestant and contestant dance together.
Yes.
And we heard the rumors, but the rumors were true. Thank the good Lord, because that was a treat. And I mean, Lex and Taylor being paired together. It was poetic.
So
and I
sweet.
love that they're talking about how it was just like coincidental.
The
Absolutely
lovebirds.
not
Lovebirds.
coincidental.
Yeah, I loved that. I thought it was really sweet. I thought, you could see. And the kiss at the end. Everyone was just kissing this episode.
So much smooching.
Just loved it. I thought it was so sweet, so cute.
Whimsical. Like, that was the word that came to mind. It was very
Lovebirds.
whimsical.
Whimsical.
Yeah, I think so. It was beautiful.
I think there was a lot of pressure because we've all been waiting for this. I personally have been waiting to see Taylor and Lex dance. I kind of wish it would have been contemporary, but I still think
nice.
I think they executed it really well. What they were given, I loved it. But I'd love to see them do contemporary.
Yeah, I agree with the pressure. I think
I'm
that
sure
there was
there was
definitely
pressure
pressure.
because-
Even I had butterflies watching them. I mean, it was a beautiful piece, great one. Much respect to who was it? Spencer Lift.
Yeah, of course. He
Savage.
just delivered. He and
Yes.
Travis just
They
delivered tonight.
definitely.
Well, they all
one.
did, but those stood out. I mean, I feel like when we're talking about the dances that stood out, they were.
I mean, they have a lot, as Lex said in the interview on the red carpet. He said that, of course, that they have a lot of like things in common, and they have the advantage, like on others, because they have like they're in a relationship.
Right. Well, and Nigel, I mean, what he said about it being the best routine on all of So You Think You Can Dance.
He said that?
Yes, I literally wrote it down. Nigel, one of the best routines on So You Think You Can Dance. I was like,
Nigel.
that's a quote. I wanted to ask him about that. That's a bold statement. We're talking 14 seasons.
Okay, I think it's tripping. Nigel, you tripping, bro.
I thought it was great and excellent. I
don't know if it warranted the best until you think he can dance, you know. But
I thought it was
I think
great.
he was in his
props were
one.
cool.
Nigel was in his one of his best days in his life because on the same episode, last week's episode, like this episode, he said Kiki is one of the best dancers ever to be on So You Think You Can Dance, which I agree. But he was bringing those big and huge statements that you know you cannot take them back after saying
well,
them.
that's why we have to ask him. We
Okay,
get all that info.
And I'm like, for my opinion,
Also-
like the opening number is actually one of the best numbers
also-
ever be on
Yes.
So You Think.
I was also obsessed with the All-Star Group performance.
I know.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was insane.
That-
That was
We didn't
another
think
viral
about it.
video. Are you kidding?
Yes.
This week was insane.
Yes, that was a
That was
treat, and we
so much
see
fun to watch.
Of course it was,
exactly
definitely.
we see exactly why they're all stars. Like they're flawless. I mean, it was literally one body moving together on pieces of glass. Like it's funny.
I love it. They're such a family, and it's so fun to watch. And you can tell that they love each other.
Right.
You know, from
the
there to being
the
backstage.
the
to
balance.
everything.
When we
Right,
talked to Allison about all her bruises because again I follow her and she did an ice bath. And she was talking about like how how hard the routines were. And it's like I could see that. Like there's
So
just so
hard.
much that they were doing, and that routine. I mean,
Yeah,
It was
a lot of
incredible.
respect like goes to Jessie. Like she maybe it didn't go well with fiction and you know in the contemporary one with Jessie and fiction, but she took the torch back with this
Took
piece.
the torch
Yes.
back.
Such a great
Going
job.
for that Emmy.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
what Chelsea said.
Yeah, I think Jessie's going
think you're
to
right.
be nominated for like Emmy after this one.
this was a
was incredible.
very unique concept, and again just executed.
And the
Couldn't have been
props
executed
were,
better.
yeah, the props were
yeah.
used so well.
I
It wasn't
love
just used for a lift and this. It was for the pulling and for
Right.
the
Yes.
it was
Oh.
it was incredibly. It was really
Well, to the point where like
routine.
we almost didn't even. I mean, you saw them, but you didn't worry about them because they were used so well.
I love
Right,
how I love how we
exactly.
talk about like choreography, like pieces that are going to be like nominee to Emmy and stuff.
Yeah.
And we're not even done with like the choreography.
Yeah,
right
let's
now.
keep going.
Like
Yes,
which
Kiki
means
and Koine.
Kiki and Koine.
Salsa.
Such a cute routine.
Those hips.
She really killed it. I was impressed with her.
someone's
Yes.
Episode.
gonna win an Emmy on this season.
Yeah.
Like few Emmys.
Or a few, yeah.
was
Few.
so
And not just to be
sweet.
a nominee. I promise you, and you'll see one of these routines on this episode actually is going to be gonna win an Emmy.
Yeah, this was
absolutely.
a.
If not a few.
Yeah,
This
100%.
episode.
This wasn't just a dance; it was a show, and
Right.
Of
again,
course.
Val just knows how. I wonder if it's because
Right.
it is Dancing with the Stars background. I don't know, but like,
Maybe. Yeah, that
Yes.
probably definitely prepares you to
Yes.
play to people's
yes.
assets. But I thought it was incredible. Loved it.
Yes. I
Okay.
And the more
do you say
kissing.
cook?
Yeah, more kissing.
How do you
Really
remember
into
the
kissing.
hashtag? Cookie.
It was Kiki or Daddy Kiki.
Nah, Kiko.
Daddy Kiki.
Yeah, Daddy Kiki is
Kiki
his
Coco.
hashtag.
Kiki Coco.
Kiki Coco.
It sounds really Japanese. It's let me say this is one of the best salsa routines I've ever seen on So You Think Again. Dance statement again. I don't care.
was
I'm not
great.
taking it
It
back.
was.
And
It was
more than
great.
that, let's not forget that to dance salsa you need to bring a lot of personality. A lot. You gotta be bigger than life. The life it's themselves.
Right.
And Koine.
Koine.
She had it. She had it, and she was on.
I
her
think
A
it was the
game.
routine that saved her. I feel
Yeah.
like if she had not had that, I don't know if that bottom through. I mean, he did say they were unanimous on Dassy, but
Yes.
I don't know.
It was
Yeah. It was
beautiful. Yo,
so well
she
done.
never danced salsa before, by the way.
Yeah.
And it was her
I'm-
first.
Right.
That was impressive.
Those hips.
That was
But she
impressive.
had Kiki as her partner.
Yeah. Well, another group that really blew us away.
Let's talk
OMG, Logan and Kaylee.
The
This was
shadow.
another Emmy winning
Yeah.
Like,
performance.
just take it. Take the Emmy.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh, Travis Wall.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
I know, back to back, breathless
Another
routines.
viral routine. I just
Like another one. He's like throwing bombs on like
Another
people.
one.
Yes, they were.
Oh.
But again, put both of them together.
another one.
Logan's
Another one.
technique, his execution, and then Kaylee's unique way of taking on every movement. And
Oh,
again,
really?
Control.
and they could have reversed those roles, and it just would not have had the same impact.
No.
Like again,
Yeah.
it just
This
And
is like
she and who did she talk? Was she talking? Who did she? I was watching one interview.
she was talking
you?
with Carla.
Carla, okay. And she said that she was excited that she got that role. She was excited for
Yeah,
the challenge.
I bet.
And I just love that
course.
Kaylee takes on anything. She's
Right.
always ready for a challenge.
Right.
She doesn't want anything easy.
exactly.
And it pays off
It
every
did.
time.
It's 2017. It's called being a savage.
Well, and I loved, and Logan wanted to get, Travis wanted to get his hands on Logan, so I knew we were in for a treat because when I interviewed him, he's like, I want to get my hands on Logan. So we saw what
not literally, but yeah.
Yes, he wanted to create a dance for him, work with him. So
like honestly, when I see those names, Kaylee and Logan next to each other on paper,
and then Travis Wall,
and then Travis Wall, definitely
it was magic.
All I see is
Mind
money.
blown.
I see money. They can be on Floyd Mayweather team, the money team.
Mind blown magic.
This was the Emmy, the Emmy money team.
Well, let's talk about Dassey's and Mark's routine. So they closed out our show.
Yes.
I love yes.
The umbrellas, the personality. It was great, but again, I
beautiful concept.
Sadly for Dassey, I just don't know if it was
beautiful concept.
Yeah, I'm
the
not
best
sure.
of hers.
And I don't know if it was. I love Chris Scott, but maybe that just didn't play perfectly for both.
I think she's just lack of technique. You know, she doesn't have the same technique as the rest of the dancers because those. Come on, if you would give like Logan and Kaylee to do this type of routine with the umbrellas, they would kill it. Of course, 100%.
I don't know, or maybe it could have.
It could have been a tough routine.
Yeah, it could have been pairing. I do feel like I agree. The routine was just.
Nice concept. Though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like is it something that we've already seen before? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. I have very mixed feelings because I love Dassey and Mark, love Chris Scott. I just feel like the fusion of all three of those things did not fire on all cylinders for that last routine.
I agree.
I mean,
sadly.
yeah, no.
And then we saw Dassey leave us, unfortunately. So.
She said,
sad.
I really, when I was interviewing her, she said that she came to LA. She moved to LA with no language, no money, without knowing anybody. She's still struggling with her visa and stuff. I know she's at Block 2, the same agency as I am, but she's I know she's very inspirational.
She did it though.
She
has nothing to be
definitely
disappointed about.
represented where she came from. She did so well, and she's going on tour. So that's amazing. People can see her, and she'll be able to make more connections. And
she'll be around.
And
tour,
of course. Equals more like exposure equals also money. She'll be good. They pay. I'm not supposed to say it, but they pay good on the tour.
Yeah, and I mean, I think just apart from that, just when we were talking, I think all of us on Monday night, like part of it is that where a lot of the disappointment comes from is that you're leaving your family, and I talked to Mark about that, like, what are you gonna, Mark and Comfort, what are you gonna miss about Dassey? And Comfort just spoke, so many amazing words about that. If you guys haven't seen the interview, you guys should all watch it, but she just said so many great things about Dassey and, that she's a street performer and she can do anything. And it's so true. But I think what we were chatting about, and Mark agreed, is that, she's just, you're leaving your family, like they all dance together, rehearse together. And now as the weeks go on, there's just this camaraderie. So there's probably just that gap of like, oh my gosh, like I'm going home, because in terms of dancing in her future, she's got nothing to worry. I could see them bringing her back as an all-star even. Like she's just so good.
She's great.
This is a nice way to look at it, actually. I would actually agree. She can become an all-star.
Yes,
like, we need again, a female popper in her level.
Or she'll get picked up by an artist, like an actual tour with a musician.
She's a world-known popper. She represents Femme Fatale. It's a They're a great popping group. With Lily, she was on a previous So You Think You Can Dance season 12, and also Mary Poppins. We didn't make it to the top 20 on So You Think You Can Dance my season, but they're world-known poppers.
It'd be kind of fun to see her with maybe her crew or a couple other people in World of Dance even. I mean, she's just
of course,
just incredible. But I mean, when you're at this level, it just becomes like we keep talking about it verbatim, just tiny little margins that these people, these dancers are going home. So
right.
Oh la 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 la.
Like who's going home next week? Dun dun dun.
Predictions.
Predictions. Are we? Is it ready?
Predictions.
I don't
Maybe
think
they can on the live
What
chat.
do you mean? You guys have any predictions for next week? What's going to happen? Who's going to go home? Put us in the live chat.
Because I think it's just based on like we've talked about. I know the audio is amazing. The prediction music is fantastic. Shout out to Anthony, our engineer.
So here's the thing.
Well, but I think it just depends on week to week. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Which is such a bummer if you have a not 100% week.
Exactly.
Based on like people being on like in elimination, like few weeks, like as Mark, it was one of the weeks Am I right?
Yeah, Mark was in the bottom three.
It was in the bottom three, and after this week when his routine with Desi was, even the Broadway was freaking amazing, but it didn't stood out like from the rest of the routines.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they
ones.
shake out for next Monday, because we have to remember that everybody's voting. We're going to find out on Monday what happened on this last Monday.
Right.
So obviously, yeah, I mean, it just comes down to one kind of off night. That's why I worry about Koine.
You know what's interesting?
I love Koine.
There's kind of a unanimous vote in this group chat right now, and they think Kaylee.
No.
Which is surprising to me.
She was like.
And also, we're getting a
elimination,
mention of Koine.
Yeah, I worry about Koine.
I worry about Koine.
No.
But if she.
Koine, don't leave me.
I don't know. I mean,
we'll see. We'll see.
No, I mean, I do feel like when you look at the breadth of dances that Kaylee versus Koine have provided, I think Koine kind of, inches out Kaylee a little bit. But
You think?
Yeah, for right now, but I think that Kaylee is really blocked. That's what I'm saying. It's a week by week thing, in my opinion.
Right.
In my opinion. That's why I don't know. For me, Koine's routines this week were just not, they weren't memorable to me. That's just my opinion.
Right.
Right.
But
I just.
And then you look at Kaylee in the shadow dance.
Well, and Cha-Cha doesn't typically vote super high, so
No.
I wonder, again, that could put Kaylee and Cyrus in.
He's so smart. I swear, I was thinking about it as well. Like Cha-Cha is
Like, what are people
ballroom.
gravitating towards in terms of
Right.
routines?
Ballroom is like, people are struggling with ballroom so bad, so bad. Unless you're Kiki,
Well, and I
you
think
don't have any chance.
we have to talk about this too. That Dancing with the Stars, they get a lot of the ballroom voters.
Yes.
Whereas, so you think, I think it's hip hop and contemporary. It just
Yes.
tends to be the more fun routines.
Right.
Like if you compare Kaylee's routine to Logan and Allison's, Kaylee and Cyrus.
course.
I mean, obviously, it's more fun loving. The hip hop, that energy. I don't know. Again, it'll be fun to see what our peeps say.
I think you're
Yeah.
right.
But that is a wrap.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
a
wrap for our evening.
Amazing.
That's a
Oh my
wrap.
goodness, that's
so
a
much
wrap.
to talk about.
Let's squeeze that one out on the table right here. You guys, our fans, everybody who watches, thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you for participating in the live chat. Yes. I'm Becky Sattero. You can find me on all social media.
All social media, you guys can find me at TiegDP. And if we didn't get to anything, put it in the comments and we'll comment back.
Yes.
For sure, we're gonna comment back. Shalom, shalom. I was Asaf. Thanks for watching. You can find me in all social medias. Asaf Goren 1. I'll just go right now.
Yeah, let's all just go.
Not very far.
Bye.
Mine's not going down.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye, you guys.
Seriously, the bomb.com.
Yalla, shalom. Yalla. אחלה יום, תאמינו לי, יאללה קטן.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.